All right, now I'm gonna ask you to unmute yourself.
Can you hear me now?
Yes, now we can hear you. Can you hear us?
Yeah, I can hear you now.
So,
Hello, everyone. Judy,
Hi.
Brandon, Luis, Vanessa.
we do not have any other residents online.
Okay, so then we're gonna go. Then the approval of notice.
Yes, that was actually mailed to all homeowners.
14 days prior to this meeting.
14 days prior to this.
What's been posted. Correct.
14 days
Prior to
prior
today's meeting.
to the. Okay. And then we go to number 5, we go to the agenda. Number 5 will be the approval of the September 2020, no, I'm sorry, number 4. Approval of September 2025 meeting minutes, which will be the one from the last month. So I just want to know if everyone was able to read the minutes. If they have any questions.
No questions. I approve.
Do you have any questions? No, yes. Maureen, do you have any questions today on that?
No, no, thank you. I approve.
Okay, so if you want to do the.
Yeah, so I'll present the motion to approve the minutes dated Tuesday, September 30th, 2025.
Second,
I approve.
And then approve all in favor.
Yeah.
And what are you guys approving? Because I
So
don't
the
know.
minutes.
What?
The
Meeting minutes from the last meeting.
Oh,
Finally, the meeting, like tonight, we have to do like a summary of the, and then on the following month, then we approve it.
okay.
Yeah, yes, that's what it is.
We'll take all the homeowners' questions at the end of our meeting.
Then the next item on the agenda, that will be the approval of September 2025 financials. That will be from previous month, from last month. We always look at the month in a week. So in terms of the financials from last month, we have, that'll be the financial statement for the period ending September 30th, 2025. And then we're gonna be looking at the balance sheet. The balance sheet shows the assets and the liabilities of the property, the HOA. Under the asset, we have the operating account and the reserve. The operating is kind of like the checking account. The reserve is kind of like the savings account if you do it personal. Under the operating account, we have 236,597 at the time of printing the report. In terms of the reserve, that will be 693,679.33. We have, when we do the difference between the assets and the liabilities, we have a total of 198,487.20, and that's a decrease from the previous month. Why we have a decrease from the previous month? That is because we made the last payment of the parking asphalt. So we went ahead and those funds we got it out of the reserve. That's the reserve story to call. So that's what we have left. But the good thing about it is that even though that we spent close to $600,000 from reserve to savings to do the project of the asphalt, we still end up with a good amount of money of 693 on reserve or savings. So that's something that we have kind of plans to do,
Yes.
and we are going by that. And still we have $988,000, basically $1 million on assets.
Right.
Yeah, so we are good. And all these, just so you know, all the investment that we do on property from reserve. We have no liability, meaning no personal loan, something like that. So that's that. We also have it's called the budget comparison report. What that one shows is the expenses that we went through the month of September. So we received as income $136,039.11, and we spent on the month of September $174,438.77, which is about 30-some thousand more. We spend more than what we received, And that's because we had some expenses on the fire alarm system that we are working on that. And also in the landscaping placement that, I don't know if you guys saw, many of the buildings front and back, they are new plants. Those are the ones that we did. Besides that, when I look at the other remaining line item, there seems to be all going through according to plan. And then the other report, any questions from the balance sheet? Or on the monthly report?
And you're basically under budget, $56,000 for.
Yeah, the net income, I forgot.
Yeah.
The net income, which is the difference of assets and liability, is 95,617 with 4 cents, which is good. We still, and then the other report that we have is the age report, or the call it like a past due report that shows any unit owner that it might be past due. And then, as of now, we used to be carrying for the people that have been coming here every month. They were close to 5 or 6 units that were past due for many years. Now it went down. Everybody else has been paid off. And then, so basically we have anything over 90 days, 2 units. They are, and she will be explaining about it. And then anything about 60 days, that will be only two units in $45 and $7. And everything else will just basically kind of like, 31, there's so basically the total liability, the total past due, according to from the 30 to the 90 plus, is $6,666.58, which is about $11,000 less than the last one.
Right, because we had 2 accounts at the attorney for collections, and they actually paid off their payment plans. So currently, right now, we have 2 accounts, like Randall was saying, are behind, and we're starting the collections on them. So the first account, which the board can see in court, has been sent an intent to lien. So the next thing would be filing a lien on the property, and then the next one will be going through the same process. But overall, there's no one at arrears more than 90 days besides those 2 accounts.
So I think it's amazing
Oh, yeah, it's incredible for
that
the size of this community.
for 240 units on the condo, then we only have basically 2 units past due. Besides that, any board members have any questions on the financials or?
Ms. Maurice, no question?
No, thank you.
Yes, I'll present the motion to approve the financials for the period of September 2025.
Second,
I approve. All in favor? Okay, so then, going by our agenda for tonight, we have a new business, which is, line item 6. That will be the proposed consideration of discussion and voting for the proposed 2026 budget and assessment. In terms of the budget we have today, I want to clarify that when the mailing that you guys received about a week or 2 ago, that was for 587, I think it was.
Yes.
And that number included an estimated for the property insurance. So, we have insurance on the property, common area. That number came back lower than estimated. So what we did, we made an adjustment on the budget. So the final number would be $583 per month per unit home. So basically the increase for 2026, it'll be $33. The $33 would continue to include to do several projects that we need to do according to the engineers, and that would include from reserve. That would include for next year the carports. We need to pressure wash and paint them. We need to continue working on sidewalks. We need to do the landscaping. We need to do the fencing of the pool. We need to replace the doors that you see on the little houses or firehouses next to the doors. We need to replace that according to the engineers. And several other projects. We also doing projects here about structural. So we need to work on some of the buildings on the first floor. There are some stains. But they also, those stains, we need to wait, they're gonna come from the license to verify their cracks. We need to fix their cracks, we need to fix that. Because the actual engineer, the licensed engineer, they will come here to the project, to the property, the next, I think it's 2 years. No, they come in the next year,
Yes.
Yeah.
From the reason,
Yeah.
yes, from.
a research.
Supervisors advice.
So we need to, we are working ahead, so when they come here, they just do an inspection and we don't have any issues. Because when they come here, they're gonna come with all their army. And everything will be so expensive with them because they want to do it like now.
Yeah, it's a milestone in inspection. It's not just a reserve study. They're actually gonna come and look at actually the buildings, the structure, everything of the community, the foundation. So if we don't take care of all these problems now, they're gonna give us just a little bit of time to take care of it. And if we don't have the money for it, we're gonna have to special assess everyone to take care of it. So we're trying to be proactive. The board's been proactive of making sure that we get it inspected by actually engineers or, specialists or professionals in that industry to take care of whatever issues we can take care of before the actual engineers come in here. Because
Georgia, Chicago, right?
I don't think that works with these new laws. So we're trying to, I think the board is being very proactive in that sense. And because I've seen in other communities where they're giving just a few months to take care of it. And if it's not handled, then we've seen a lot of issues within the communities not being able to pay for the repairs.
So that's what we're trying to do. We have a timeline or expenditure spreadsheet.
Yes.
And it's good for 3 years. So every year that we are going through, so this could be the second year.
Yes.
Second year.
That's
We are doing the homework that they are telling us, plus anything that could happen in the property. Whatever. So everything is gonna be inspected next year, but as far as I know, so far, we have completed our homework for 2025. So we are working on 2026, homework. Yeah. And then for so far, for this year, I don't know if you guys have seen that we have done several things on the property, from pressure washing, cleaning, gutters, underground drainage, painting gates, changing the light, lamp, new LED light, spots everywhere on the building, painting breezeway. So there's still a lot of work to do, and landscaping. We still have a few items to be working on tonight to complete the year that we want to do. Besides that, I just want to know if the board has any questions on the budget.
No questions.
No. Maureen, do you have any questions on the budget?
No, not really.
So then, the good thing about it that we were able to lower the estimate to $33 per month. And that $33 per month is kind of like similar prior to the pandemic. We were going back to the $33. That was about 6-7 years ago. So now we are going back to that rhythm of no increasing.
Yeah.
So we're going back.
Minimal.
Yeah, at least we passed those stages of so would you like to do a motion? Okay.
So present the motion to approve the revised 2026 proposed budget as presented in the meeting, which increases the monthly assessment fee from $550 to $583 or $33 per unit owner. With the total assessment amount of $1,689,040. This budget does not include the insurance deductible.
Correct.
Second,
I approve.
And I approve.
All in favor? Motion
Yes,
passes.
please favor. Okay, so then the other item on the agenda, that would be the insurance, the one that I was mentioning to you guys. The insurance, we got the cost, last week,
Renewal.
the renewal last year. It's gonna be renewing from effective November 1st, 2026 for a year term. Then the year term includes the buildings, and basically it's the same policy that we got last year. We were able to renew it. Our insurance agent went ahead and gave us some estimates. And then, this is the one that the current one,
Yes.
this is the one that was able to renew it with the same premium policy.
Right.
I would say.
No increase.
And then there was no increase. So we were very lucky on that, especially in this type of environment in Florida. And we also got the invoice. I think that's what we're gonna approve the invoice in this section, right?
Yes, you're gonna approve the renewal and you're gonna approve the payment for the invoice. So
Okay.
it's-
And then that's it. Then yeah. Any questions on the insurance policy renewal?
No.
Do you have any questions on the insurance policy? Is the well, this is the just so you know, I forgot to mention to you guys. The insurance premium it costs $159,762.36. So when you receive the budget in the mail, you see on the insurance $160,000. So I don't know if you want to get it, you have a copy over there. You will see under the insurance,
We had 175.
under the insurance,
160.
yeah,
Oh,
yes. So now it will be 160.
So that was the estimated amount
That
that,
was estimated, yeah. 160. So which is the one that we put now for 1 year.
So it's gonna go,
Yeah, it went down.
when that's.
what,
That, yeah,
Yes.
that's,
No, it's still.
yeah, it went down. So
Yeah.
from 587 to 583. Yeah.
no,
No,
Yeah, but still an increase.
yeah. So that's why
Yeah,
the
still an increase.
yeah, yes. And then here's the one. So now we do a motion to approve the
assured partners invoice as well as the renewal
Mm.
for the year 2026.
Okay, so I'll present a motion to approve the 2025-2026 insurance down payment invoice for $24,355.98.
second,
I approve.
I approve all in favor.
Motion passes.
Motion passed.
Now also I'll present another motion to approve the insurance for the condo for $159,762.36 for the years 2025-2026. 1 year term.
second,
I approve.
I approve all in favor. And that's it. And then in terms of the invoice, yeah, it's approved.
Yes.
Yeah, okay, okay, first, yes. So they're good. Alright. And this is the invoice, okay? And then the item that we have now to discuss is on my business is the preventive maintenance proposal. Yeah. Then that one, we have a
Yes. Okay, so we're gonna, based on what was submitted under our board packet. We're gonna start off with Millennium. Millennium is a fire and security vendor, which I mentioned before that in the past previous meetings, that we were going to cancel our contract with Honeycomb, and we contracted Millennium Fire and Security. They officially came on board on October 22nd. And they were able to come and do their first initial inspection of our fire closets, our fire panel closets within the each building. And they discovered from the inspection that we have to replace 3 fire panels. So what I have here tonight that I provided to our board for approval is 3 board panels that need to be placed, 3 fire board panels. For building 3, building 4, and building 7. They're not communicating at all, and those particular panels are obsolete, so they have to replace them altogether. The total cost to replace those 3 fire panels for those 3 buildings is a total cost of $19,311.31 with a down payment of 50% in order to get us scheduled to have these fire panels replaced. We have to have these fire panels replaced because we've been inspected by the Fire Marshal Department of Orange County, and we did not pass originally when we had honeycomb. So therefore, they're going to be coming back to inspect us, and they're coming back on November 13th. So this gives us time to go ahead and get these fire panels replaced, get us up to speed of where we need to be at with the inspection process, and we should be able to pass for our next inspection, which will be on the 13th of November. We were supposed to have the fire marshals come on the 16th of October, but I requested to have a rescheduling due to the fact that I knew that we were not going to pass the inspection since we weren't going to have Millennium start their official contract on the 22nd. So that gave us a little bit more leeway in order to be able to make sure that we can pass the fire marshal. So that as of today, Millennium was able to pick up a check request that we did for the 50% deposit from the $19,311.31. The 50% deposit was $9,655.65, and they were able to pick that up from our corporate office so that they can schedule us. I should hear back from them tomorrow, since that was done today. I should hear from them tomorrow when they can place us on schedule for the replacement of these 3 fire panels for building 3, 4, and 7. Board, do you have any question in
So
reference to that?
we're gonna replace these boards before November
Oh, yes.
14th, right?
Yeah, that's what they're gonna reach out to me hopefully by tomorrow to let me know when they're gonna put us on schedule so they can come and install. They're gonna have to remove those fire panels that we currently have and replace it with the new ones that they have placed in order.
Excuse me, could I ask you something? We're gonna do, because this is the second, we're gonna do the.
Correct.
Because of that,
Yes.
because of that issue. But then you only gave us a week to tell us we have to be 2 days there. I don't think that's.
Correct, because we just started this new contract. We started this new contract on October 22nd. So we needed to make sure that we were on schedule with the new vendor in order to be able to know when we can schedule it. Normally, prior to this, we've always provided at least a 3-week notice, but because of the circumstances that we had to terminate the previous company, we only gave a 1-week notice. We had no choice.
And the
So-
fire marshal.
And because of the fire marshals.
But it's 2 days. Before we used to have buildings and then the other.
It was always 2 days. Prior to, it was always, we would do buildings 1 through 4 on one day, and then the second day we would do buildings 5 through 8.
But then-
So this time, we're only doing inspection, we're not doing repairs, so there's a difference. The inspection is a 5-minute inspection. All they need to make sure is that everyone provides access so they can just walk in. All they want to do is hear, because they're gonna sound off the alarms in the buildings. All they want to do is hear the horns going off within your particular condo. Once they can confirm that your horns are going off, you should have, I think, a total of 4 horns in your condo between the living room, master bedroom, and the back bedrooms area. Once they confirm that those are sounding off, then they're going to do a quick inspection of your fire sprinklers on your ceiling. Everyone should have a total, if I'm not mistaken, anywhere between 12 to 13 sprinklers within each condo. They're going to have a look to see if anyone has any paint on them. And that's a quick, easy process. It's going to be a total of 5 minutes between sounding the horns and checking the sprinklers,
We're gonna do it
And-
all on the same day.
all on the same day, because it's 2 different.
Seen that happen.
I know,
Well, thank you.
this is gonna be a first. They're doing both things on the same day. And they said they can do it, so at this point, because it was either that or we're going to fail the inspection. And I don't want us
The
to,
fire marshal.
the fire marshal inspection, we have to make. But both things on the same day. Now, Millennium is for the horns. Just to make sure that the horns are sounding. they having a sprinkler third-party vendor that will be joining them at the time of the inspection. They are specifically just for your sprinkler heads. So we're gonna have two vendors together, and one from each company will go into your condo with someone from management, whether it's myself, which I'm usually there, or one of my maintenance guys, and will be there to make sure that both companies will go in and just listen and check for the sprinklers, and they'll be right out. And as soon as they walk out, they'll let me know, because I'm there with my notepad, and I'm like, okay, what did you find? I make notes so that I know I can provide each individual homeowner an actual detailed report. You have 1 or 2 heads that need to be replaced and so forth. I make sure I take those notes because I like to make sure it's so that I can, I'm here for my owners. I don't know, I want to make sure that there's nothing that gets overlooked, or that, that my owners get charged anything extra that they shouldn't. So it's going to be all in one day.
Yeah, but then it's gonna be one day and another thing you're gonna.
The other day, no, if the notices were sent out, it specifically says 1 day, individual units. Second day is the closets which is the utility closets of the buildings. Has nothing to do with the individual units. It was very detailed on the notice.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
That's why you have 2 days.
Yeah.
Correct, 2 days, yes. The units, and the second will be for the utility closets of each individual building. Correct, but the horns will still be sounding, so both days you're gonna hear the horns going off periodically.
Oh, good.
It should be a simple.
Yes, where if everyone provides access, it makes it a lot quicker and faster for us to just go in, check, and be right out and go on to the next condo. If someone does not provide access at that point, we're gonna have to schedule them for a next time. And if the next time comes around and they still don't provide no access, then at that point, they're going to receive a notice from the fire marshal department. Make sure, because I know that you have homeowners, your neighbors that maybe are not in town, that you speak with and all that, just let them know that if they can provide, us the keys, it makes things a lot easier so that we can go in and do what we need to do to make sure that we're in compliance when it comes to our fire marshal doing their inspection.
Is that an individual notification, or is the building?
No, if there is a specific unit that doesn't provide access, then that particular unit will receive a separate notice on their own, letting, we're gonna notify them, we didn't get access, we need to make sure we can reschedule, and I'm going to, at that point, if I have X amount of units that didn't provide access, I'm gonna try to schedule them all at the same time for rescheduling. And if we are not successful at that time, then they will receive a notice from the fire marshal.
But coming a second time, is that an additional cost, or?
It might possibly be a trip charge, correct?
To the association.
To the association, it would be a trip charge. So it's always best, that's why we encourage, that's why the notice says to please provide access. If a neighbor can leave a key, or yes, with another neighbor, they don't have to leave the keys here with our office. They can leave it with, I have homeowners that open doors for other homeowners. So if that's, if that can be done, great, because that, that will be less for us for the rescheduling and avoid a trip charge. Is there any other questions?
No.
Okay, so that was we need a motion to approve that.
Present the motion to approve the Millennium Fire and Security Agreement for $19,311.31 with a 50% down payment of $9,655.65.
Second,
I approve, all approve.
Okay.
Okay, so we're gonna move on to the next item, which is Fast Guy Remodeling. This particular vendor is the one that does the repairs to our carports. We had some damages done during the time that we did our project for our asphalt in the parking lot. We had 2 particular carports that were damaged with the post and also the roof panel. We had the company, Resource Pavement. They took the responsibility of making sure that they were responsible for the damages that they caused to these to these particular carports for a total of $4,185. And now we officially had our vendor, Fast Guy Remodeling, take care of them. They were actually repaired yesterday and they were finishing them today with touch-up painting. So this is a motion to approve for get them having their payment because they completed the 2 carports for that amount that I just mentioned there.
Okay, so I'll present a motion for the Fast Guy Remodeling invoice to repair 2 carports for $4,185.
second,
And I second. All approved.
$4,185, and it has been completed as of today.
Okay, so you shall do it, Marie, Judy, and myself. Okay,
Okay.
okay, yeah.
All right, our next preventative maintenance,
Let's say you guys need to send a paving. Great big thank you. They did a good job.
You like
yes,
the work?
they did. They sure did. They were, and actually, I was very impressed with the company. They were very, very good to work with.
Yeah,
They did a great job.
they do, yeah, they did a very good job. Even the lines, I had a friend of mine that came here to the property, he said, why your lines are very strict? I went to the, I have been to another,
Lines are very straight.
well, in other property, they are not as. They're wiggly. That's what you call it? Wiggly.
Okay, we're gonna move on to the next vendor, which is Element Solutions. We have a few invoices for them. So I'm going to go ahead and start off with, it's a trip hazard that we have right here at this, exit door of the clubhouse. Right here, as you walk, as you open the door, there, the cement there is cracked. And we have it scheduled for next week on Monday for it to be repaired for a total of $65. That is the trip hazard outside of the door of the gym.
Can I ask you a question? You guys fix the staircases, because that's all chipped too. Ours in
Yes.
the building,
Yeah.
we is very young.
Yeah, we are going to do that, but those are the steps. Yeah, that will be big. Right now, we're gonna be we are painting the buildings, floors, breezeway, but that will be on the second, on another time, we're gonna replace them all that they are broken,
Okay.
Yeah. because that's part of the.
That's
That's where
Yeah,
all
the
the
board.
genius of trying clients on the
Yeah.
mountain stairs.
That's what it is, yeah.
The individual owner should have to pay for that.
That we keep it tight.
Yeah, they should. That's
Yeah.
ridiculous.
Yeah.
And a lot of time, those damages to those steps are water heaters. When we have homeowners that replace their water heaters within their units, they have their contractor, obviously, it's not the homeowner's fault, but it's the vendor that is doing the replacement of these water heaters. They drag them and we've seen them ourselves in person, where they just drag them and roll them down the stairs and it actually cracks the staircase because they're not bringing them down the way they should.
You saw him do it?
Correct.
Oh, yes. we haven't seen any recently, but we had maybe I think it was maybe a year ago at Building 7, and I had to get a replacement for a step there because, well, we did.
I've seen owners suddenly by us on the second floor.
Oh, yeah.
Banging down, I telling you. When you say something, they look you, give you.
Maybe we'll get higher with the carbon.
All right, so I'm gonna move on to the next, I'm gonna do all the elements and then we can do a motion for all of them at one time. So this first one was $65 for the gym trip hazard.
That's it.
The next one is,
Oh my God.
is another for Element Solutions for the amount of $776. And this is for the pool deck area here. Anyone that goes out to our pool deck, as you walk out towards the right-hand side closest to the pool fence, the whole cement floor there is cracked by where the shower, the regular shower head is located at. And that is also including to replace where we have the signs that say 4 feet, 5 feet of the pool. Those tile areas are cracked, so that is included in that estimate. $776. That's Element Solutions for invoice 10724. Invoice 10724.
What was the previous one?
Oh, $65.
No, yeah.
Oh, the invoice number. 10889. So again, this particular invoice for 776 is for replacement to repair the cracked cement floor on the pool deck and also the broken tiles that show the feet of the pool. The next invoice by the same company, 10898. And this is for the repair of the balcony at Building 5 for the amount of $7,272. We actually had the outside of the balcony. It's a 3rd floor balcony. Pieces of it fell down from the 3rd floor down. So we had to get an inspector to come and have a look at it. As you can see, this is the image of pieces from the 3rd floor. Thankfully, there was no one down there because the owner on the 1st floor was sitting in her patio and she got scared when she heard that fall down. So, yes. So this right now, yes. So this is going to be repaired this coming week. And they actually, I was able to ask them again, as Vanessa was mentioning earlier, that we're wanting to make sure that we're proactive with getting these type of issues taken care of now prior to our milestone inspection when the time comes, because it's gonna, in the long run, we're gonna be able to save money that way. And I was able to convince them to be able to do an inspection for all 240 condos. So they walked around, they did an inspection, and they were able to provide a detailed report, which I provided to Randall for review. I just recently got it. Out of the 240, I will say we did really well. Out of 240, besides this one, 11 is where we need to kind of focus on, where we need to do some repairs. So then at that point, they actually put if I'm not mistaken, that spreadsheet showed prices, if I'm not mistaken, for all the 11 patios that they seen that needed some type of work to be done to it. They either had, this I would say is probably the worst one we had. There's a few that maybe a corner of it is missing, that we have some thick cracks or some hairline cracks. Also, they didn't just focus on the patios, but they also went and had a look, they inspected around the utility closets where they had some cracks there. Also, even at the end of our building breezeways. Building 2 is a great example. Where Randall is at the end of the breezeway, he has at the corner there of the building has a big crack, and that was also noted. So these are things that we're trying to make sure that we can get them repaired. We don't got any estimates yet because they just provided a detailed report on that. We only got an estimate for this one because this one was definitely an emergency due to the fact that there's pieces that are physically falling from there.
So what building this is?
This is building 5.
So are there more of the 11 where they're buildings?
Not this severe, no. This is one of this is the only one that we're experiencing this type of issue at the moment. We're really, I mean, at this point, they couldn't really tell us. I don't know.
The third floor, right?
That this is a third floor unit.
I guess just trying to figure out where does it face, where that unit.
Oh, that unit is facing the pond because it's the back of building 5, so it's facing the pond. It's facing Audubon. No, they're in different areas. The 11, they're all scattered. We have some that are facing the golf course. We have some that are facing OBT. And then, if I'm not mistaken, maybe 2 or 3 that are facing the pond where building 5 is located at. But they're in different areas. They're not just in one location. Yes. That total was 7,272. And again, this is strictly just for this one patio in the building.
I'm sorry, the reason why.
Yeah. Well, this is one of the first ones here, those are a lot. When I was reviewing, some were maybe 300, 500, this was the most expensive.
And they're going to remove the entire section of the balcony.
Correct,
They're gonna
yes.
And paint it again, and, you know.
I would think so. What if it's still okay?
Okay, so the next element estimate is this one is to unclog the pool drain, which we have the drain on by our equipment area where it's showing that it's clogged. I'm sure many residents, especially Mr. Ken, I'm sure you have seen water that kind of drains out on the side of the building here. So they will be performing to go ahead and clog the drain because our pool company cannot unclog it. So Element Solutions will be able to provide that.
Because I cannot put my furniture out. I have to take the furniture every time when it rains heavy. It's not even a hurricane, just heavy rain before the black, what do you call them, black things will blow up when water comes. Because the sandbag do nothing, okay? I have nothing out there. We constantly have to clean onto the water on my patio outside. It's this high. Stays this high and comes all into my patio. And we want to put a pump out that this one comes in my living room. I cannot do it anymore, you know, I'm not a young chick anymore. I have arthritis in the hand, I have a bad back. I cannot do this work anymore.
What?
This building 618.
We get that too. But it never quite makes it to the level floor. Drains off before it gets there. It's still a pain in the ass.
Yeah.
Can I say the one thing that's happened, since they put the roof up, the new roof, and they have no gutters there, they put the gutters in, you know, they put the gutters in upon this day, I have every time water. Now, who the hurricane was,
We'll have to check to see if it's more the underground drainage,
Yes.
because I doubt it is the gutters itself. I'm pretty sure maybe it'll have to be the underground
We
drainage.
have the gutters clean over time.
Yeah, we had the gutters and we had a drone that actually was able to tell us which gutters were clogged and building 6 was not even a part of it.
Yeah, and
As
the-
far as being
and the-
done.
the downfall.
Correct. So it has to be an underground issue that's causing that.
6 is in a local area. So drainage is not as good there as it's like in building 8. Building 8 drainage is great.
Okay. Well, I'm making note of it because I can go ahead and ask them to come in and provide us an estimate and verify if it's an underground issue. Okay, so that was for 325.
Is that that's an invoice or an estimate?
No, this is all estimates.
Oh.
Correct. This is all estimates.
Okay, you have the invoice number for that?
Yes.
Yes.
So.
Proposal.
11087. For the drain, for the pool. Okay, all right, and, okay, so the next estimate is, for underground drainage. And it would be for the side of building 7. Remember, we were having issues when we were having the asphalt project being done, when they were doing the numbers underneath that particular carport on the side of building 7. The numbers kept erasing, they came multiple times even after the project was already completed. And they couldn't get the numbers in that carport area because of how much water was coming from the side of that building, to discover that it is an underground issue that we need to get taken care of there. And they provided us an estimate for $435 on the side of building 7. That caused us delays to get our carports numbered during the time of the asphalt project.
What's the number?
The proposal number is 10861 for $435. And I think at this point, we're officially done with Element Solutions.
Okay, so, no.
Which one?
Mulch, falling.
Now, was broken down into what I said, the 700.
Okay.
He revised it, so that,
Okay.
because that one has a whole lot more of items that I asked him to revise it.
Okay.
So the next item is mulch for you. It's an estimate number 11390. And it is for a total of $15,300. This is to get the entire community mulched again prior to the week before Thanksgiving. Is officially scheduled for mulching the entire community. I will go ahead and make sure that everyone gets a notice so that they're aware that they're going to be blowing in mulch around the patios like they did last year, just so that everyone is alert that we're going to be having a crew walking around blowing mulch, and there could be some possible mulch debris that may go into your patios. That was discussed that they are to go after they blow everything in, that they go back and just kind of reassure that they can blow out any debris that goes in. But I'm also gonna have our maintenance also be behind them just to double check so that no one has that extra debris inside their patios for the first floor units.
When did we just had a pave them over and paint them green?
So everyone, just so you know, it's scheduled already for November 17th, and it's the week before Thanksgiving. The whole community will be mulch with the chocolate brown mulch.
So you really think we do it? Yeah, it seems to be. It used to be. Yeah,
No, it's.
Okay, yeah, okay. All right, so Element Solutions. Sorry. just jumped in.
Okay, so I'll make a motion for the Element Solution estimates / invoices. I'm gonna detail them. Invoice or estimate 10889 for the for the gym trip hazard for $65. The invoice 10724 for the pool deck area repair for $776. 10898 for the balcony repair of building 5 for $7,272. 11087 to unclog the pool drain for $325. And invoice 10861 to correct the underground drainage of building 7 for $435.
second,
And all club group. All in favor?
In favor.
Yes.
And then now we're going to do the motion for the mulch.
Okay, so I'll present the motion for the mulch invoice with $15,300. That's invoice 2008-11390.
second,
All in favor?
Okay, so the next item is going to be ASI. This is a proposal they provided for controller B for the irrigation, which waters one side of the community, which is actually from building 1 to building 4. We had some issues with the controller. We started noticing plants were dying. Areas of the sod was dying. Correct, and they were having trouble before knowing that it was the controller. They were having issues locating valves. To then finally determine that the reason why they couldn't locate valves was due to the actual controller. So the controller had to be replaced. And it was just recently replaced on the 15th of October. And for the quoted amount of $2,939.50. And that was just one controller. The other controller was functioning for the other side of the community.
And those-
So any of the plants that were damaged, that is under warranty. So I will be meeting with.
Three of them in front of me.
Yes, so I'm meeting with them tomorrow and we're going to do a walkthrough for all the warranty plants that were affected by the issue of the controller not working properly. So we're gonna be doing that tomorrow so that they can do a count of what needs to be replaced with the planting throughout building 1 through 5 technically, because it's kind of in between 4 and 5. So I will be doing that tomorrow with them. They are gonna be providing an additional estimate because we have phase 1 where we had an enhancement of plants placed out through different areas of the community within the last month and a half or so. Actually maybe 2 months, where we did the back of building 5 where the fire lane is located. Also here on the side of building 1, building
Yeah,
Four.
mostly on the
mostly, yeah, it was.
buildings that you see between the stairwell when you go in and the balcony from the first unit, all these plants are new, so building 1, we did the entire building. Building 2, the facing parking
Correct,
and the back,
in the back,
mostly the back. 3 was the front and some back.
correct.
4, I think it was.
It was just
to
a
the
count, we
island
didn't-
of that. And then 6, we did it, 7,
it was 7.
and 7, yeah, and then,
We didn't do anything at 8, so.
no.
No, so now, we're getting an additional estimate. They were a little tight on schedule, so they weren't able to provide an estimate on time for us to present tonight, but it would be like a second phase to be able to finish what we started so that we can get other areas completed with the planting enhancement. I couldn't tell you what that cost will be, but we did a walkthrough myself and Randall with them. So we're just waiting for that estimate. That will be most likely presented for our next meeting in November.
Yeah, that will include portion of building 4, the island facing the carport between 6 and 8.
8. And coming back to around the clubhouse building.
Here, there's something on. Yeah, some here in the app.
In the center parking lot, the guest area. The islands that are all in the guest center area, those would be also, that's part of warranty though.
Yeah,
That's
some of
something
them are warranty, some of them are.
Correct.
Okay,
So, that would be the only thing for, ASI, which again is for,
That will be the controller and the October inspection of the screen.
correct.
Yeah.
Because they do an inspection every month, so when they did the October inspection, that's when they discovered the panel. The control, panel B.
Okay, so I'll present the motion to approve invoice 135792 for the replacement of the controller and the October inspection for the amount of $2,939.50.
second,
All in favor?
Okay. The next item is John Deere. Is that the last one you have on there?
for, that is that?
No, the next one is from John.
yes.
Okay, so the last one that we have is John Deere. John Deere is, I'm sure that everyone sees our maintenance guys driving in a white little golf cart and also in the green Gator. And the green Gator is by John Deere. That is the model. And it's been malfunctioning. Has a lot of smoke coming out of it. It's completely gone. It is over 12 years old. They don't go by mileage the way we have our vehicles. They go by hours. And it is almost 6,000 hours. So that is a lot of hours. That is a lot of hours for the amount of years that it has on it. I've taken it in quite a few times for maintenance. And nothing seems to work. We've done our preventative maintenance on it, but they're actually saying it's the motor. The motor is what's giving up on it. Yeah. So- Okay.
Orders are electric.
But it's causing a lot of white smoke to come out of it, so it's not allowing them to go at a high speed. And then when they go at a low speed, the vehicle seems like it just wants to break down on them. So they haven't been able to use it. They've been now using, they didn't even have the golf cart because I had to make sure that the golf cart went in for preventative maintenance. And I got it back, gotten the golf cart taken care of. So now the golf cart is up and running, but they provided us an estimate for the Gator itself. A brand new Gator for the year of 2025 is a total of $11,442.34. It will be similar to the current Gator that they have, because the most important thing is that they have the flatbed in the back so that they can put their equipment when it comes to carrying their pressure washing machines, which is heavy. Yeah, their equipment that they use to, perform the cleaning services that they do within our buildings. This is the Gator itself without the covering, and this is with the covering and the flatbed in the back. So this is what they're quoting me right now, but they were able to include the covering on the top, so make sure that it's not open and exposed. So when it rains, they have a cover on top.
And they can put some stuff on top of the.
Correct. So now this is the most important part, which is the flatbed, because that's where they can carry all their equipment. So this is they give us a 1-year warranty on the purchase. Plus they're giving us the flatbed. They're including the flatbed because that's usually an extra cost, but they were able to negotiate where they can include it for that price of $11,000. Now, I will say that when we purchased the golf cart exactly 4 years ago, we spent $11,000 on a golf cart. So I was very shocked when I spoke with Randall, and I really was expecting this to be over 18 plus. So when they showed me 11,000 for 2025, I was shocked because this is what we paid. With actually with taxes and everything to get it delivered, it was actually 12,000 and change, if I'm not mistaken. When we paid,
Twice.
So this one's
paid.
12,000.
yeah,
Wow.
yeah.
And then,
I know that, cause better when I was.
What happened to the old? No, take it.
Oh, no, the old one is here. Yes, I'm trying. Oh, I'm trying to see if somehow there's anything that they can maybe put towards, even if they give us $100, $200, that they can put it towards the, the cost, the balance.
yeah, but the reason is because the Gator that we have here had trouble. And then she took it several times to John Deere. And then they said, well, we can, if you really want to waste money, right, basically,
Yeah,
then it's cost.
just to do the engine, a rebuilt engine, we were looking at almost $5,000 just on a rebuilt engine. And then that's not including that it would guarantee to fix the problems, because once you have a rebuilt engine, we don't know what other items were. what other-
No, you know what, Enid, it's best to have a new one than spending 5,000 in maintenance or changing one part. It's best to buy a new one.
And there was no warranty. They wouldn't even give a 30-day warranty to even do a rebuild. Yes.
So they have been taking a few months to deal with the ad, so then the supervisor told her, you know what, this is the best way they used to do, so I'm gonna give you a discount in new 2025 months. And we have the funds in there. So,
So technically, the
we will take it from operating or reserve.
I mean, it's a replacement. I would say reserves, but I have to look at your reserve study.
Yeah,
That's even part of it.
I mean, we have the money on the operating.
And again, I have to look at your reserve study, but I would say,
We haven't seen any current.
if it's not there, then it's gonna be operating.
We still have that fund here. Yeah. So then any questions?
No question.
And, Louis? And Maurice?
I'm in favor to buy the new one.
Okay. So then just go ahead and.
Yeah, so I'll present the motion to approve the invoice. To approve invoice 1196937 for the 2025 John Deere Gator car.
Second,
I'm gonna say for $12,153.88.
second, yeah.
Yeah, all in favor. So then what else? Then we have the, you went to the ASI.
Yeah, ASI, Millennium. Yeah, no, I know, but I'm saying it was on the agenda.
I ran.
Yeah, do you have anything else?
Yeah, for cash.
No,
If you
I know, but it's just, since I'm.
And sell it for
We-
junk.
yeah.
That would be a good idea.
No, no.
Yeah.
Oh.
Order.
When I tell-
It's fine.
Junkyard, let them give you $50 for
You did a good purchase back then.
it. Yeah. I think you're trying to get a double finance they had.
So it lasted 12 years.
I know,
I should
I
have.
know. I was purchasing.
Would you expect it to last that long?
Oh, yeah, hell yeah, so it's taken care of.
Yeah. The John Deere is one of the good companies.
John Deere's the best there is.
Right.
Ask my wife's farmer, she'll tell you.
Does the board have any other business they want to discuss?
That's good, I hear.
Does anybody else have any questions?
Yeah.
We can adjourn and then have the questions.
No, actually, it has to be during the agenda period, so if they could we could ask questions in the open forum and then we can adjourn.
Okay.
Bei mir, wo der Air Condition sah, der stuff, the trees. Air condition, they have to go out all the time
Okay,
for the leaf survey. Because, you know, I see the maintenance guys, they doing trees and stuff, maybe they can come on college.
Okay, well, I'll send them out there to do some pump trimming around their agency unit.
The air conditioner, they told us there should be. Should be.
Okay.
You know.
Okay, I will schedule for them to pass by and have a look and go ahead and do the trimming around the,
I have
The
a
pumps.
question though.
Yes.
Is this allowed as you repair cars in the cupboard?
in the.
In the cupboard, the repair, take a car apart, job stand, the big truck behind it?
No, no one is supposed to be doing any type of mechanical work underneath my car.
Mine. Never had it. I didn't have a place to put it.
You see something like that after hours, the best person to call is, our towing company.
It came home at 5 o'clock today. On the doctor, on the, I said, if the handicap wouldn't be open, that somebody else can go in, right?
Yeah.
On the, I couldn't have a parking space, I had to go, couldn't go in my car, there was this big truck. I thought a car get stolen because they had a car on top of this truck. All the, they had the other trunk open, they took a lot of equipment out, this car, they fixed, you know. I say, oh, this. So I just want to mention that,
Okay.
you know.
Yes, if anything like that, if you see someone doing some type of work like that, then,
Let us
if
know.
it's after hours, you can let me know.
Okay,
And if you know the specific parking space number, even better, because now I know, you know, which, okay. I thought maybe you would tell me in private, but okay. It's 73. Okay. Okay.
Let me ask you a question. Sometimes I see over here that they park like stands or something, white cars.
Yes, this is for here on the side of the clubhouse. These are for any type of vehicles like, you know, work vans, commercial vehicles, as long as it doesn't have any commercial decals
They go
on
in
it. Yeah, they can leave it there. Correct.
And they-
Yes,
they-
because they are registered with our office. They either
there.
they either have their guest pass or their parking permit on there. So
Okay, I thought it was just.
yes, so that is for those type of vehicles and also motorcycles.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so they reach out the office and then we approve.
Yeah, they have to be registered just like the way you would register one of your vehicles for your parking space.
Right, so, but they live here then.
Oh, yes, yes. Yes. Any other questions before we adjourn?
pressure wash the buildings.
Yes.
When is that gonna be?
Which building are you in?
6.
Okay, we're going in order right now. We just finished doing building 2. So what we're doing is we're pressure washing one day and then we're, weather permitting, for the painting is gonna be right after. So we did building 1 last week. We did 1 day of pressure cleaning. And then the following 2 days, we did the painting of the breezeways and the stairwells.
In my.
So
Okay, I think.
Yeah. So we were able to complete building 1. Today, they actually started the painting on one side of building 2 because they did the pressure washing yesterday at building 2. So tomorrow they will finish the other side of building 2, and then next week they will be going to building 3. So we're trying every week to move on to, to a building. And hopefully by the time Christmas comes, we can have all the buildings officially painted. We're trying to do them in order. Okay. Yes. And if for any reason, one of those particular buildings don't need the painting after the pressure cleaning is done because it looks, decent enough that we can skip painting, then that will kind of speed up the process to get to another building that really needs that painting to get done.
Who's doing the painting?
Our maintenance guys, they're doing the painting and they're doing a very good job at it.
Maintenance people should be doing it.
That's how we've been doing it for the last several years.
That's what you said.
Yeah.
Our guys are doing.
Our guys are doing, no, we're not contracting anyone outside, it's our maintenance guys. I'm the one that's ordering the paint from Sharon Williams, I get it delivered. If I can't get delivered, I go and pick it up myself, but they're the ones that are taking care of everything.
Painting the gate, I think we got it for a lot.
The what?
That was way overpaid.
For the gate.
$2,000 to paint that gate.
Oh,
And the pedestrian. Yeah,
Yeah,
but
but
Gate even went mysteriously. It's working. What happened?
It's working.
we fixed it.
They fixed it, yes, but it's been working for a while.
It's hardly off and on. Then you have to hit the right drive to strike, which is fine, you know, if you.
No, I think it just depends which way, how you're enter, because sometimes if you enter in the center as you drive in, if the vehicle is right in the center, and you're moving up slowly, it will, the responder will
I know.
will grab the
Right. It's supposed
decal.
to do that,
Mhm.
yes.
Or go on the far right.
Yeah.
Most likely you will get a better, a faster response by going on the far right as you drive
That's
in.
what we have
That's
to.
what I do.
Mhm. Yeah,
No, it works about probably 90% of the time. My only concern, when you pull in the way, some of these people drive around here. It doesn't do a thing right away, open up, start opening, you get rear-ended. It's, there's some crazy drivers around here.
oh, because they're reversing.
Yeah.
They should just go around.
That would be intelligent.
Yeah, they should just go around. But if they're all the way in the front of the gate already, then I can see why they're reversing. But obviously they should be paying attention to who's
Yeah.
behind them.
Exactly.
Okay. So
Hey,
I think
final-
we're, yeah, we can do a motion.
So I'll present the motion to adjourn the monthly board meeting at 8:15. 8:12, here, 8:12.
Marie?
A second?
Thank you, Mr. Maurice.
Thank
Yeah,
you.
you're welcome. Thank you.
Thank you.
See you, God willing, next week. Bye, guys.
Bye.